Adoni Iraola and Liverpool have moved quick this transfer window with the signing of Victor Munoz, a relatively unknown entity but with exciting data. We're joined by Opta Analyst's very own Dave Segar to discuss the transfer more. Dave, thank you very much for your time. While this transfer was a surprise, I'm sure it was a nice one. What can you tell us about the player, his style of play, and what can Liverpool fans expect?
Yeah, well, as you said, very much a surprise. Liverpool, of course, have been linked with like every big team, have been linked with about 100 players since the end of the season, and not one of them was Victor Munoz, and he's the one who they've actually signed. So that was quite fun finding that out just after the England game the other night. But yeah, in terms of him as a player, a very versatile winger, can play on both sides, can play down the middle every now and again as well. Liverpool losing Mo Salah at the end of the season. Of course, they do need at least another winger, probably one, more than one. And in Munoz, you can see why they've gone for him. He's very direct, as I say, versatile, has good background, of course, came through at Real Madrid, played for their Castilla team before moving to Osasuna last summer, where he got 34 La Liga games under his belt, got 6 goals and 2 assists, which might not sound amazing, but it's Osasuna. They were fighting relegation, so managing to get 6 goals is pretty good. Very enthusiastic dribbler, which I think will be music to Liverpool's fans' ears. Cody Gakpo and Mo Salah have had fantastic times at Liverpool, but last season it didn't really quite work for them, certainly not in terms of their dribbling from out wide. So having someone younger, maybe a bit more direct, I think will be a big boost to Iraola. And he's only 22 years old as well, so there's plenty of room for growth there too.
You mentioned him being direct there. Is that an area where he really stands out, his dribbles and his carries?
Yeah, in terms of his dribbles, he recorded 190 in La Liga last season of attempted dribbles. Only Lamine Yamal and Vinicius Jr. recorded more, which obviously is pretty good company. In terms of his Osasuna teammates, no one else attempted even more than 62 dribbles, so it was very much give Munoz the ball and watch him go most of the time. Across Europe's top 5 leagues, in terms of dribbles attempted, again, the only other player who comes into it is, funnily enough, Jan Diomande of RB Leipzig, who Liverpool fans will also be familiar with, I'm sure. So it does seem, obviously he's also been very heavily linked with Liverpool, so it seems that's something they're looking for this summer is wingers who attempt a lot of dribbles. Moving on to progressive carries, he actually recorded 318 of those in La Liga last season. If you watch Real Madrid or Man City and you see Vinicius and Doku and how often they get on the ball and how often they carry it forward, Munoz is in that kind of area. Maybe not obviously at their level yet, but he's in that style, which at the age of 22, I think he's only exciting for Liverpool.
He's obviously a raw talent with a high ceiling. What are some of the areas where he can improve on?
I think his end product is probably the main thing, which again is completely understandable for a 22-year-old who really only has one year of senior football under his belt, full year. So yeah, as I said, 6 goals and 2 assists, 8 goal involvements overall. Not amazing, and definitely numbers that Liverpool would want to go up. But I think they see the raw materials there that they would expect them to go up. And obviously playing in a different team, in a different league, and frankly, we hope as Liverpool for a better team than Osasuna next season. We'll see how he adapts to that. But in terms of shooting, he's enthusiastic about it, so he doesn't let his missed shots get him down. He's in the 85th percentile for shots attempted in Europe's top 5 leagues last season. So that's maybe something to be not necessarily concerned about, because obviously under new coach with Iraola, you would imagine he will be fully aware of this and will probably try and train some of that enthusiasm out of him a bit and say, like, maybe only shoot when you're in a better position, or don't just shoot all the time, because obviously you might probably have senior, maybe better players to pass to in certain circumstances, and that might impact his chances created numbers as well, because they're also quite a way down. He was only in the 13th percentile for chances created in Europe's top 5 leagues, which for a winger isn't brilliant. But obviously, I think being Osasuna, being he was pretty much the main man, I think he probably felt a bit more pressure to do things himself. So again, in a better team with better teammates around him, I would imagine that's going to change fairly quickly.
I don't want to put him in a box, but obviously Salah replacements is going to be a trending topic. Can Munoz be classed as one, or do you think there's going to be multiple throughout the window?
I think that's the hope from the club. Even after obviously Munoz being signed last week, the reports still seem to suggest they went pretty heavily for Diomande. So I think they're definitely going for at least one more. Obviously, as you say, with Salah, it's just impossible to replace him, because I think that's going to be one of the things that we have to get used to next season, is people saying about so-and-so being a Salah replacement. Obviously, Salah was such a phenomenal player, especially in that 2024-25 season when he led the league pretty much for both goals and creation. I think with the options he's got, and with Munoz adding to that, I think as well, again, the versatility is a big thing. Iraola really likes his wings to be able to play on both sides. So yeah, I think there will be more wingers coming in, I would expect, but I think Munoz is going to play a big part.